The 49ers just wrapped up week 2 of OTAs. Here's who stood out. Keep in mind the players didn't wear pads. The good linebacker Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles. He's the starting middle linebacker while Fred Warner sits out because he's too important to participate in OTAs apparently. Today, Flannigan-Fowles read Brock Purdy's eyes while playing zone coverage and intercepted a pass Purdy threw over the middle that was intended for Jacob Cohn. Flannigan-Fowles has been with the 49ers since 2019, which means he has been coached by Robert Saleh and D'Amico Ryans, and he clearly is the best linebacker on the team other than Warner and Dre Greenlaw. Cornerback Darrell Luter Jr. He intercepted a pass that Brandon Allen airmailed way beyond the intended receiver, Tariq Owens. Luter hasn't given up any big catches so far and is beginning to make some plays when they come to him. His stock is up. Wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. He wore the blue non-contact jersey, which means he's slightly injured, but he participated in team drills anyway, and he caught 2 passes while being covered by Isaac Yadam. More on him in a minute. Pearsall seems like a good number 3 receiver for the 49ers because opposing defenses will be focused on covering everyone but him. Wide receiver Jacob Cohn. He played significant snaps with the starters and made a difficult contested catch 20 yards downfield, running a dig route in front of strong safety George Odom. Cowan is a very small target, but he's fearless and he plays bigger than his frame, plus Brock Purdy already seems to trust him. Wide receiver Jawan Jennings. He didn't participate in team drills, but he finally showed up to OTAs because he signed a 1-year contract extension through 2025. Congratulations. Now it's even more difficult to figure out why the 49ers drafted a wide receiver in round 1. Wide receiver Deebo Samuel. He caught only 1 pass in team drills, but at least he actually participated in them for the 2nd week in a row, unlike every other captain on the team besides Purdy. So either Samuel is incredibly motivated to prove the 49ers wrong for drafting Pearsall in round 1, or he's preparing to get traded after June 1, and he's showing his next team that he's in shape and ready to play. Wide receiver Tay Martin. He was the only wide receiver on the team who beat Diamador Lenore during team drills. Martin beat him with a quick out route from the slot and talked trash after making the catch. Martin is making a push to be the number 6 receiver on the depth chart. He's competing with Ronnie Bell and Danny Gray. Cornerback Renardo Green. He played nickelback for the 2nd team defense and broke up a pass over the middle intended for Ronnie Bell. Green covered him man-to-man with ease. It's still early, but he appears to be the 3rd best cornerback on the team after Travarius Ward and Lenore. Running back Jordan Mason. He made 3 difficult catches away from his frame during team drills, as opposed to Elijah Mitchell, who couldn't make a difficult catch if his career depended on it. Mason is better than Mitchell in every way. Quarterback Joshua Dobbs. He completed a 30-yard deep pass up the sideline to Kyle Juszczyk, who was wide freaking open. So this pass wasn't that great. In fact, it was underthrown. But at least it was complete. Jimmy Garoppolo would have sailed it out of bounds. The not so good. Quarterback Brock Purdy. He's a good quarterback, and he made some nice throws today as he does every time he takes the practice field. He's decisive, accurate, and he throws with anticipation. But he also has weaknesses that he could improve, one of which is throwing deep passes near the sideline. Today he threw a deep pass to Jacob Cowan, who had a step on Diamador Lenore up the left sideline, but Purdy's pass landed out of bounds. Purdy also has a tendency to force passes over the middle, which he did today when he got intercepted by Flannigan-Fowles. It will be interesting to see if Purdy can turn these weaknesses into strengths this offseason. Defensive end Nick Bosa. He showed up to practice but didn't actually participate, which makes me feel silly for praising him for practicing last week. Congrats on doing the bare minimum, Nick. Cornerback Isaac Yadam. He gave every receiver he faced a ridiculously big cushion and then got torched repeatedly. Yadam might be even worse than Ambry Thomas, which is saying something. Cornerback Ambry Thomas. He lined up 10 yards off Trent Taylor, who's slow, and then conceded an easy 10-yard catch to him. Taylor probably won't even make the team, which means Thomas might not either. Cornerback Samuel Womack. He gave up a 15-yard catch over the middle to Ronnie Bell, and then on the next play committed a pass interference penalty trying to cover a fade route by Tariq Owens. The 49ers sure have lots of bad cornerbacks. Running back Elijah Mitchell. He tried to catch a pass that was thrown slightly over his head while running wide open up the seam, and he dropped it. Mitchell is a terrible receiver who's not nearly the runner he used to be. Running back Isaac Guerrero. He had the worst run of the day when he slipped at the line of scrimmage and fell face first into the back of his offensive lineman. Guerrero clearly is big and fast, but he seems indecisive, he doesn't seem to find daylight consistently, and he doesn't appear to be a natural receiver. He's a project.